Gino Severini. Gino Severini, 1883 to 1966, was an Italian painter and a leading figure in the Futurist movement, which emerged in the early 20th century. He was born in Cortona, Italy, and later moved to Rome, where he studied at the Academy of Fine Arts. Severini initially drew inspiration from the Italian Renaissance masters, including artists like Leonardo da Vinci and Paolo Uccello. The classical proportions, use of color, and attention to anatomical detail in Renaissance art had a lasting impact on Severini's early works. In the year 1900, he encountered Boccioni, and together they explored Giacomo Balla's studio. They were introduced to the Divisionism technique at Balla's studio, which involved using small, distinct dots or strokes of color that, when viewed from a distance, blended to create a harmonious image. This influence is visible in some of Severini's pre-Futurist works from 1910 to 1911. By November 1906, Severini had moved in Paris, taking up residence in Montmartre and dedicating his time to painting. It was during this period that he crossed paths with many emerging artists of the time. Invited by Filippo Tommaso Marinetti and Boccioni, Severini became a part of the Futurist movement. He, along with Balla, Boccioni, Carlo Carra, and Luigi Russolo, co-signed the Manifesto of the Futurist Painters in 1910 and was actively engaged in the group's activities. Futurist artists aimed to capture the dynamism and energy of the modern world in their works. The use of fragmented forms, dynamic lines, and a focus on movement became hallmarks of Severini's Futurist style. The artist was also influenced by Cubism, particularly during the early 1910s. Artists such as Picasso and Braque, who were at the forefront of the Cubist movement, explored the representation of three-dimensional objects in a fragmented, abstract manner. He incorporated Cubist elements into his works, experimenting with multiple perspectives and geometric shapes. Severini moved away from the radical experimentation of Futurism in 1916 and in the post-World War I period. He began incorporating more traditional elements into his paintings, inspired by his interest in early Renaissance art and neoclassicism. This shift was reflective of a broader trend in the art world as artists sought a return to more classical and balanced compositions. After World War I, the figure of the Harlequin, a character from the Italian Commedia dell'arte tradition, became a recurring motif in Severini's paintings. The Harlequin, known for its colorful and checkered costume, allowed Severini to explore the expressive potential of color and form, reflecting influences from the Italian Renaissance. Gino Severini's ability to integrate and evolve from these diverse influences showcases his versatility as an artist. His exploration from the classical influences of the Italian Renaissance to the avant-garde experimentation of Futurism and, later, to a more classical style demonstrates his adaptability and ongoing exploration of artistic expression throughout his career.